Yeah, good evening, everyone. Hope I'm audible and everyone could see my screen here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, nice. So where are we, guys? I think in the last class we were talking about pseudo classes and pseudo elements, and we talked about
tables.
also, right? So we have seen how do we actually render the data in the form of row-wise and column-wise using some predefined HTML table tags. And we have also discussed about how do we increase the performance by avoiding the tables, but by using the div tags or so, you could able to render the data in the form of a grid. Okay, so here guys, right now we discussed only about the div tags. We were customly adding the floating property and all in order to make them as a grid. But coming soon in your CSS3, there is a concept some as display grid. Okay, you could able to easily create the grid systems using those advanced features. Okay, so once I come to that, it will be more easy for us to render the grid, because you would have seen yesterday we were creating the floating property, we are manually making them as a clear both, etc. and all. But once you have the display grid property, it will be so easy for us to do these type of things. For now, this is the only way, but sooner we are going to replace that. Okay, it is not like manually you're going to write every piece of code. Okay, so that is the point what we have cleared. And the next thing, Govind, you say that audio is not clear. Is it for everyone, guys? Am I not audible clear?
No, sir. No, your audible is very clear.
Clear, right? Maybe Govind, can you please check from your side also? Okay, so today, guys, is there anything as I said like I will be covering and I make it as pending, which is not covered at
Padding margin.
padding and margin. Okay, yeah, that thing is there.
Also assignment, sir.
Okay, on the tables, we are about to give an assignment, right? Good to see that everyone has submitted the 3 assignments. For some of you, I have already replied. I'll make sure in a couple of days I will reply back. Okay, so but make sure you keep solving the assignments, guys. So coming to the tables, I would like to create a simple assignment like this. Okay, so for now, make use of the tables only. Don't go with predefined div tags and all. I just want to see how you could able to use the tables.
Sir, is the timing changed?
What the timing changed?
Sir, I got
Ankesh,
4 or 5 classes.
sorry, could you repeat again? What was that?
Sir, I had fever, so I could not attend 4 or 5 classes.
Oh, okay. So regarding timing, you're saying something?
Yes, sir. Now it's 20, it's exact 8:04 no, sir. So I asked whether class started now only or changed something.
Yeah, we are going to start exactly at 8 o'clock. Earlier it was demo classes, so we were starting a bit late, but now we have it right. So maximum by 8:85, we will be starting the things. It's only 8 o'clock. I mean, the timing has not changed. And regarding the classes, what
Sir,
you have regarding some of the classes because of fever, you lost it, right? What you can do is in the group you ping out. There are some people who is having all the recordings of us. So please have the recordings with them. Go through the videos. If any questions, you can ping me back personally. I can help you out with the things. Okay.
okay, sir.
Okay. So coming back to this, yeah, assignment, right? So I would like to create. So this is a table we will create for the header. I will say something called a serial number, name, picture, location, instead of address, I say something called as class. Okay, so under this, I would like to add some serial number like 1, name Mr. Raj. Sure, you will be adding. Say something from this class. Under this, I'm going to create another table within the table. So here I say subject, maximum marks, minimarks, obtained marks. Okay. So over here, so I'm filling the first subject, something called as maths. The maximum marks is for 150. The pass mark is 75. Obtained mark is 98. Okay. So like this, you have to fill the subject marks, minimum of 5 subjects. And here I would like to show an image. Okay, so you can put an image also. So like this, I would like to see minimum 10 student details. Okay, 10 student details. You have to use the tables in order to render the data in the form of row wise and column wise. And here with TD, you have to use an image. Here within the TD, you have to create another table. You can create multiple tables. Obviously, we discussed it, right? Under the TD, you can give anything. We can even create another table. Okay, so try to do. So like this, as I said, you try to do for minimum 10 students and put the image. Let me create the folder for us. Create UI classes, public under so and so. This is assignment 3. What is assignment?
For
Four, sir. Assignment 4.
4. Okay. Okay. So I'm just filling it half, guys, but you can actually extend this. Okay. Hope you understood that. Any other questions on the assignment? No. Good.
No, sir.
Okay. So today we discussed something called as background images. Okay, what do you mean by background images? We discussed something called as how do you actually increase the performance? Okay, so we are going to discuss about the background images concept. We see something called as writing images. How do you actually increase the performance of the page by not hitting multiple images? And how do you put the background positions, etc. things we are going to discuss today. Okay. So the very first thing is background images. Let me create a simple page for us. So I'm going.
Padding and margin.
Yeah, it is. Once after this I finish, I'll go for that. Okay. So I go for CSS background image.html. Okay, so I would like to say this. Demonstrating background images. And guys, yesterday some of you guys have pinged me that this issue with some GitHub setup, etc. and all. So today I have the host access. At the end of the class, I will ask you guys. You can share your screen. I can help out and fix it. Okay. Okay. So every day we'll take the last 10 minutes or 15 minutes just to discuss the doubts or everything, guys. Because like a lot of people were throwing some questions that unnecessary class is getting wasted because of the doubts and all. We don't do much discussion. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to answer any of the doubts in the class. We'll do that. But the deeper discussion, someone says that, boss, can you please repeat this topic? So those type of things we can do at the very ending. I cannot say no to others also. So we'll make it at the end of the session. So, but whenever you get a question on the topic, what we are discussing now, you can always stop me. You don't need to wait until the ending. Okay, so let me create a simple div, say some class equal to container. Okay, I'm going with the style property container. I say border 2 pixel solid, width of say some 500 pixel, height of say something called as 500 pixel. Okay, so under this, I would like to put some content here. Say something called hello everyone. Guys, one thing I want to know, is there is anyone who is out of India connecting into the class? Just for info, nothing much.
Me, sir.
Yes.
Me.
Me, sir.
Can you ping me, please? May I know who is that?
Okay.
On
Raja.
Telegram?
Can you please ping me so that I can get to know the names?
On
Anyone?
Telegram, sir?
No, in the chat itself, in the Zoom chat. Okay, Raja. Okay, Prashanti. Okay, can you please give me the location also? Just information, guys, nothing else. Prashanti is there, Raja is there, Toronto. This is a movie downloader, right? Gagan.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Prashanti, is it his illness or Illinois? Oh, sorry. I mean, this is the very first time I'm actually hearing this. Okay, Raja is from UK. Okay, nice. Next, anyone else? Okay, Prashanti, Chicago. Good. Next. And Jitendra, you are from? Okay, that's it. No one else. Lupika. Bhubaneswar, it is fine, Lupika. I'm actually asking only out of India. Okay, Jyoti, Finland. Nice. Okay. Okay, good to know. People from outside also you're joining. I know that it's an odd time. Anyone from US? Okay, Chicago is US only, right? Prashanti. Okay. Anyone else? Okay, nice. Who all are other than Hyderabad? Other than Hyderabad, just give me the location. Only location. It's not like, okay, Pravita, Vellore, Nashik, Bangalore, Odisha, Gurgaon. Okay, I was there in Gurgaon for 5 years. Karnataka, Maharashtra, UP, Odisha, Patan, Bangalore, Kurnool, Delhi, Ongole, Maharashtra, AP, Anantapur, Kanpur, Bihar, Nagpur, Ongole, Vijayawada, Bangalore, UP, Odisha, Maharashtra. I think like a lot of people are from Maharashtra, right? Okay. A lot of people are from Odisha and Maharashtra. Madhu, Hyderabad. I know, I mean, some people are from Hyderabad, so remaining all are Hyderabad, right? Okay, Mona Lisa, Lisa, Aurangabad. Okay, good to see, guys. I mean, this is one of the best thing happened for me actually to connect with not only the Hyderabad people. I mean, Guntur and Pune, Pawan, Praveen and Sheikh, Jharkhand. Okay, that is one of my favorite places. Next, that's it. Okay, good. So yeah, I mean, Odisha, Jyoti, Praveen, Anantapur, Hyderabad. Okay, so yeah, I mean, the best part what have the offline online classes is interacting not only with the Hyderabad people, because earlier I was taking the classes because of its offline. I mean, different location people also used to come, but again, it's only limited. not everyone get a chance to attend the classes. Okay. So good to see like different locations out of boundaries, like out of country, people are connecting and joining for the classes. Okay, good to know, guys. So one thing I want to question you guys, how many classes we have done till now? How many classes we have done till now? 5, 6, 10, 15 classes? 15. Okay. Varaprasad, only. Don't say that the number of classes what you have attended. Tell me the classes you have finished. I think it's around 10 to 15, right? Rash, maximum says that 15, so it's almost like 15. So what do you feel, guys? I know, this is not a good time to ask your feedback. I know that we haven't yet started anything. Still, we are into the basics. I'm going to ask this feedback for every 10 to 15 classes. Okay. So what do you feel? Do you think that what is the reason you have joined for the class? Do you think, do you trust the classes and do you think that, okay, we are going to achieve something, or any type of feedback you have on this or any type of suggestions you say here? You
Yes,
can
sir, I have.
anything. Okay, Govind, sir, offline start now. Okay. Students do good interacting. Okay, nice. Anything, anyone?
Sir,
Other people to master of development. Okay. It's what I expected. Okay, thanks. We have reached the expectations. Next, anyone else? It's good. Okay. Satisfied. Very good, Nali. Okay. Interesting. Nicely. Knowledge is good. Expecting more assignments. Yeah, Mayur, I will try. The reason why I'm not giving the more assignments is we are still into the basics. The time we started, right? Once I actually give you the project markup, then it will be more interesting for you. You have to, you will be feeling interesting about it. Okay. Someone says that little bit slow, Praveen. Praveen, I'm trying my best to make it slow, but anytime you say you feel like I'm going faster, please do remind me. I will make myself a bit slower. Okay, so Basava, sir, I want to get a job on web development. So please explain which tags are used. Basava, we haven't yet started. That is what again I'm saying. We are just into the initial stage. You will get the list of minimum 100 plus tags we are going to discuss in the class itself. Maybe at that time you'll feel understanding. So that is the reason I'm asking. Till now, whatever the class happened, are you satisfied or not? Or if you have any suggestion, like Praveen was saying, to get a bit slow, I will take it. I'll make sure I'll do that. Someone asking about the assignments. Okay. Yeah, assignment, like how do we do that? So those things I'm going to consider. Okay. Jitendra, voice is good, sir. Nice, Jitendra. Thank you. Would have been, okay, fine. You have a lot of patience, fine. Obviously, being a faculty, I have to do that. Okay, then good, okay, easy.
Sir,
okay, good to know.
Sir,
Point. Yes,
sir, your voice is good.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Compliment is coming from boys. Okay, nice. That thank you for that. The way of teaching, okay, fine. Guys, I'm not expecting something superb, etc. I'm actually expecting for suggestions.
Sir, the only problem is sometimes voice is breaking.
Oh, is it? Okay, sure. Sure, that might be issue with the networking, Shoaib. But because I already make sure I'm using a very different connection so that you guys don't have a problem. So please do check from your side also. But if you feel confident that your side it is good, if it is from my side, then I can do some changes here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. 30p. Harsha, I like your accent. Okay, thanks. Able to understand all the classes. Nice, very good. You are understanding, that is what I'm expecting. So please start holding microphone near. Okay, sure, but I'll do that. Okay, so sir, explain about, can we divide our screen to design our layout of the program? Obviously, Panu Prasad, as I said, we are still not done with the other things. When we go with the something called as positions and all, I will show you how do we actually create a complete layout. These type of questions you can always put me when I say that I'm done with the HTML and CSS. At the time, by the time we finish all the tags, you will get to know how to create the layouts, every other thing. we are going to do that. Okay, Shoaib, we'll teach real. Obviously, we are going to talk about the real-time examples sooner. What do you think we need to do and what you need to improve? Okay, that's a good question from Raja. Sir, you asked us for our opinions. What do you think we need to do and what you need to do? Okay, so that's a good question, Raja. So, okay, I'm not able to do things perfectly. Jagdish, you're not able to do things perfectly. Okay, I mean, if that is the case, please talk to me. Ping me personally. We'll talk. You can call me in Telegram also. So we'll talk, Jagdish, and I'll see like what is your problem, and I'll give some inputs like how you can improve yourself, because still we are into the starting. Okay, if you feel like something you couldn't able to do, please, I'm going to help you on that. Okay, so Pravita, suggestion, please inform us what topic we'll discuss in the next day and finish this topics. I think we are going a bit slow. Okay, fine, Pravita, but one thing, Pravita, this is where the problem is. I mean, some people say that it is a bit faster. Some people say that it is a bit slow. In fact, I'm going in a mid range, not too much slow, not too much faster. The only reason is to make the balance between the experience and experience paper. Remember, like I have said in the initial starting of the classes itself, that this is from the scratch to the advanced. Now, when I'm starting from the things, from the scratch, I cannot go more faster, right? That is the reason I'm going that, but I'll make sure to balance everything. Okay, but thanks for suggestion, Pravita. And guys, whenever you're giving suggestions or implement anything, please put it to everyone so that everyone will understand whether it is a plus point or negative point, whatever it is. Okay, Anteshwar, very good question. Sorry, your number. I'll give it, Anteshwar. Okay, not now, I'll give it. Because I mean, if you really want to talk to me, talk to the Telegram itself. No need to go with the number. Okay, then go concept and we can think what are we going to do. Okay, sure, Gautam, I will take your input. Similar to us, what we need. So, okay, that's good. Like anytime you see any type of completion or any type of problem from my side, you can always ping me, or you can talk to me personally also. You can say that, okay, boss, this is a suggestion. Please do that. Okay, so the suggestion what you guys are having. Okay, one thing I really want to tell you guys, I mean, today I have got some response from, I mean, it's not today, every time I'm going to get some response from my previous batch student saying that, boss, I have cracked the interview, or I got the offer letter, something like that. So I'm expecting everyone. So one thing is, the requirement is too much in the market. The only thing is you need to get ready yourself. That's it. So what you have to do for this, if you are a fresher or an experienced guy, whatever it is, I'm expecting minimum 3 to 4 hours of practice. Okay, doesn't matter. Now you feel like, boss, this is simple HTML. I mean, what I can do with this? But still, it is recommended that you have to do the minimum practice of 3 to 4 hours. When you actually go to the JavaScript, then we'll increase the time from 4 to 5 hours minimum. On the top, it's up to you. It doesn't mean that sir said that it is 3 to 4 hours only. I'll stop it exactly at 4 o'clock when the clock ticks. Okay, it should be like more than, I mean, minimum is 3 to 4 hours. It's up to you, whatever you can. On the top, try to solve all the assignments. Okay, whatever the assignments we are going to talk, make sure you are going to solve them and you're going to submit it to the Git. At one time, some people will be asking a question, boss, I did a lot of efforts and all, but still I'm not getting the jobs and all. The very first question what I will ask is, show me this folder of yours, what all you have solved. Obviously, it will be less than 20% of the assignments. Okay, and the next thing is, once we start with the project, make sure everybody attempt the project. Okay, I want everyone to attempt the project and everyone to solve the project mockups, whatever you have, and you make it as a complete flow over there. Okay, so that is what I'm expecting from you guys. And the third,
Someone turned on the mic.
someone turned on the mic. Okay, any disturbance you guys are seeing?
Yes.
Now is it okay? Okay, so make sure you do this, and remaining all, I'm going to take care of yours. Remaining all, whatever the technology need to be added for the UI full stack and all, I'm going to take care. And on the top, I already said you that you need to go for the framework also. I mean, some people have joined for the framework and the UI full stack, and some people have only taken the UI full stack just to see how actually it goes. But once my training program is done, you need to for sure go with the framework. Doesn't matter whether you go with the Naresh IT. I'm not advertising here to join only Naresh IT here, but you decide what to go for. If you say that, no boss, I want to go with the self, go with that. But I want a trainer somewhere. So go to the demo classes, wherever you feel better, you go for that. But for sure, go for the framework. And other than this, a lot of freshers come and ask me, boss, can you suggest me any other technology other than this? I'm a fresher sitting idle and I have some lot of time. Okay, I have some lot of time. So what else I can add to my profile or my my profile stack so that I can get more expertise on this? So what is the thing I suggest you? I suggest a lot of people something called as core Java. Okay, so I really recommend people to join core Java and get some good understanding. Again, I'm not saying to join over here itself. Whatever it is, you do the self-learning, you go for training, whatever it is, try to understand the core Java concepts, guys. So a lot of people in return, I ask me a question, boss, you are teaching UI full stack. We are going to get expertise into the UI technology and all, but what is this you are asking us to join to the core Java, which is a completely different stream? The reason why I say is, I'm not asking you to get expertise on the core Java, but I'm going to ask you that get some good knowledge on the core Java concepts. It is one of the very, very, very beautiful programming language, which shows you the complete object-oriented features. So Java is the best language which actually explores the deeper dive into the object-oriented concepts, the OOPS concepts you call it as. So to get a better understanding, I'm not asking you to get programmer or get expertise into the core Java concepts, etc. and all, but just get a good knowledge on what are the concepts of Java. Like, what do you mean by OOPS concept? How do you create a classes? What is the reason they go for the interfaces? What do you go for the design patterns? Like directives, like a lot of what are the data structures it is supporting, dictionaries, like maps, lot of things are there. Okay, threading concepts. So a lot of other topics are there inside your core Java. Getting a knowledge on the topic really add a value for you if you are a human. Doesn't matter whatever the programming you go. You settle as a Python programmer, you settle as a UI full stack developer, you go for a MongoDB developer, you go for whatever it is, but the knowledge what you gain under this core Java will really carry you to a very good place or good heights when you are a programmer. Really take my words, guys. Like I'm working as a UI full stack developer, but initially at my stage, I mean, when I was initial, it's around like 2007. Okay, so when I started my career at that time, so I mean, what I have done is, the best part what I've done is, I initially started my career with the Java. I got a certified into SCJP, Sun Certified Java Developer. At that time, it was Sun Certified. Right now, it is Oracle. But at the time, I got certified too. Implies that much of good knowledge I used to have on the Java. But that concepts really helping me till now. Even though I'm not working on Java, even though I'm not working on any of the server side much, but still Java concepts are really helping me. That really helped me to learn the Angular also, because Angular is one of the programming language which is using TypeScript as a programming language, and TypeScript is almost like similar to Java, uses classes, interfaces, access specifiers, etc. I think interfaces are not there, but access specifiers, extending the classes, a lot of things are there. So it really helps you guys. Okay, so better late than never. If you know Java, that's a good point. If you don't have an idea, try to join and get some good idea out of it. Okay. I think someone asking about what about C++? Obviously, C and C++ is always a basic for the programming language. Okay, but when you go for the C++, it is not like advanced programming or advanced object-oriented programming we will get. Because if you see, C++ is a compiler language, isn't it? So in order to interact with the systems, in order to interact with the system processes, we actually go with C or C++. That's always good. But when you go with the Java, that's a completely different type of standards you will get. Okay, so that is the reason I recommend you this. Again, I'm telling, I'm not promoting anyone. You make sure whatever when you get a time, if you really feel that I have some time, please try to go for that. You will really remember me at one time. Once you get into the organization, you will for sure bring me back saying that, was this really helpful? So this is what my personal experience, guys. So I thought like it will be helpful for you. Okay, fine. So this is about the thing is, and on the top remaining all, we are going to talk about this. Okay, whatever the things I have mentioned here, make sure you are practicing, you're solving the assignments, you're doing the project. And one more thing, what you have is be interactive in the class. Okay, the more the interactive you with me, the more the answer I'm going to put it, guys. Don't be sitting idle in the class. Whenever I say something, don't even agree, just argue with me. The more the argument you do, the more the answers you are going to get it. Okay, argument doesn't mean that something else regarding the technical. Okay, fine, guys. Go come back to our discussions here. Okay, so I was about to talk about the background property and all, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
let's go for this.
Yes, sir.
Yes, ma'am. You're saying something?
You asked me for suggestion, ma'am. When you get videos, sir, daily recorded videos, you will get.
Pavani, somehow your instead, I mean, the disturbance is more clear than your voice. Can you please, I mean, do something from your side? Otherwise, you please put your question in the chat, ma'am. I can read it and I can answer. Okay, so I simply said like, hello everyone. Let me put the color as something called as blue, and font size something called as 20 pixel. Okay, save this guy, come back here and run this guy in the browser. This is how I got a very simple container. Whenever you're not going to specify the border for the container, whatever the color you have, that will be applied to that. If you specify the color, say something called as some red, come back to the browser, reload the page. This is how it is coming. I have the content, I have the container, and I would like to say something called as text align center, which is going to make only the content, not the container. If you see, red box is not coming to the center, but the content inside the red box got to the center here. Okay, on the top. Okay, Pavani, about the recorded videos. Pavani, I think you are already part of the Telegram group. People are already sharing the videos. Maybe you just need to download them and you can access them. That's it. Okay, fine. So coming back to this container, I would like to add some background to this. Till now, anytime you want to go for background, you have gone for something called as background icon color, or something called as background. Background is a CSS property using which either you can add a color or an image as a background. There are two different CSS property, something called as background color, and there is something called as background image, where background color is specifically to add a color as a background. Background image is specifically to add an image as a background. If you simply use the background, you can add the color or the image. If you use the background icon color or the background icon image, you can actually specifically add only the color or only the image. Okay, so the content what I'm going to talk about today is, we already know how to add a background color, isn't it? I simply say background #CCC, which is like a gray color. Come back here, reload the page. I see the background color is coming. Super fine. But now my requirement, what I have is, I would like to add an image as a background. Okay, I would like to add an image as a background here. So how do I go with that? So for that, let me get some background images. I say background images, get some any of the image you have. Okay, so I will go for, this is the image. Let me go with this, open image in the new tab.
Mudaini.
Okay, let me get the background images, smaller ones. Guys, if you're not talking, please go into mute. Okay, let me save this image. You can take the public image or what do you say, local image also, it's up to you. I go with the UI classes 8 p.m. public under that October 7th. I'm going to create a new folder, images. It is always recommended to keep them in a separate folder. Now I say BG or else background. Okay, background.jpg is the one what we have. And one more thing, do you recommend in order to run this guide, do you recommend to run the file in this way from E drive? Yes or no?
No.
No,
What is
Server.
no,
recommended?
sir.
This
It
server
is
side.
recommended to
Start the-
access the data from the server. Now, in order to read the data from the server, what I need to do? Instead of public, until public, I simply remove whatever the path I have. I put something called as localhost colon 8081, click on enter. Okay, why it is not getting started guys? Why it is not getting shown?
NPM start.
Starting
Server
the
is not
server.
started.
Without starting the server, you cannot actually access the data from the server. So what is the simple way here? Go on the taskbar, click on something called a CMD. It will automatically open under my E drive UI classes batch 7 AM. So guys, I have seen this question from many of the people you pinged me in Telegram. You're saying that boss, when I'm saying npm start, it is not running. npm start cannot be executed anywhere within the drive. npm start should only be executed or has to run only within the server folder. Right now, my server folder is batch so and so. Now, say for example, I'm over here. Now, can I say npm start? It is going to throw me an error. This is what the error a lot of people you would have seen. The npm start command should only be executed if you are within the particular folder. Right now, I'm into my server folder. Now, if I say npm start, that is where it is going to start my server. Okay, if you are doing this mistake, please don't do that. Okay, now my server is up. Now, when I'm reloading the page, click on this. This is how it is coming. So, hope everybody know the advantage what we get using the server. Are we going to run the resources from the server in order to have any better look and feel? Are we running the resources
No,
from
sir.
the server to get a better look and feel?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is not for the better image, sorry, better look and feel, but the only reason we are using this is to have when we in future, when I'm participating within the network, I can actually share the resources within the network. Okay, so that is the reason we go with the server running. So make a habit of everyone run with the server song. Okay, so this is how I have. Now I'm going to add the background image here. So anytime you want to add a background image, either you can go with the background or you simply say URL. Under that, I'm going to say images is the folder. Under that, there is something called as background.jpg. This is what the URL I'm giving. So earlier we are simply specifying the color. In fact, it is recommended to go with something called as image. Even just the background also works. That's what we discussed, right? If I simply put background, I can go with both the color and the image. But if I say background image, only URL or only image you have to put it. Now I say it as background image, URL is coming, come back to the web page, reload the page. Do you see the image is getting loaded on the page? Yes, it is super fine. But the first question, what you should see is, boss, we have added a single image. Why the reason it is getting repeated for multiple times, both the horizontal and the vertical? The reason is that is the default property a background image is having. If the container width and height is not matching with my width and height, I will get repeated for multiple times, both horizontally and vertically, so that I occupy the complete container by default. Okay. Okay. The question what you might be having is the container is bigger. That is the reason image is getting repeated. Okay. What if the container is just say something called as 100 pixel and 100 pixel? Now, if you come reload the page, do you see the background image coming out of the container? Never. Background image will never ever come out of the container. If it is smaller than if it is bigger than the container, it makes sure it only renders to the particular part what it is visible or what is the width and height of the container. If it is bigger, I get repeated for multiple times. This is how you should able to see a background image getting repeated for multiple times, both horizontally and vertically. On the top, what if my requirement is, no boss, I don't want to repeat it. Then you can simply say a new CSS property, something called as background-repeat. There is something called as repeat X or repeat Y, which it indicates that which axis you want to repeat, either in the X-axis or Y-axis. If you say, I don't want to repeat it, simply say no repeat. Okay, no repeat indicates you should not repeat both from the X-axis and Y-axis. Now, if you see, only one time the image is getting added. See, foreground content is there, and at the background image is also there for us. On the top, what all you can control here? You can control the position of a background image. You can simply say background-position, a CSS property. You say some 20 pixel and 30 pixel. What do you mean by this? From the left side, you say 20 pixel, move it. From the top, you have to move the 30 pixel. This is how we could able to move the background image of a container using the background-position property. So these properties are part of CSS2. Now, if you ask me a question, boss, can I control the size of the background image? I want to make the background image to occupy 100% width and 100% height. No, it is not possible in CSS2. I'm talking about CSS2. Okay, if you ask me, can I add multiple images in here? No, if it is CSS2. Okay, can I control the position of the background image, like to the center? I want to move it to the center. I want to move to the left or top corner and all. No, if it is CSS2. But yes, if it is CSS3, we are going to look all of this. I mean, right now I'm talking about the CSS2 only, what features you can do in your CSS2. Okay, we can add a background image. You can control the position of a background image. You can control the repetitiveness of the background image. But on the top, when we go to the CSS3, we have much more control on the background images. You can add multiple images as a background image for a single container. You can control the size of the background image. You can control the position of a background image. Lot of other things can be done. So right now, I talk only about the CSS2 properties. Okay, but in CSS3, we'll see much more things.
Sir, I have a question.
Questions until this. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you add multiple layers of backgrounds? Like, for example, I want to have 3 different type of backgrounds that I want to control separately. I want one image to behave separately, and then another image to behave totally separately.
Okay,
and
I got your point. Okay, so let me add it. So what is his question is, he want to say one on the top, and on the top. Let us see whether it is happening or not. Let me go with a different image, background image, open image in the new tab. I take out this image. Right now, what I have done is background image here, and I'm simply adding this right here. Okay, another background image. Now, if you come back and reload the image, what happened to the first image? Gone. Using your CSS2, it is not possible to add multiple images at a time. Okay, but if it is CSS3, just I'm showing you guys just to have a knowledge. Anyway, we'll see them later. If it is CSS3, now if you come back and reload the page, do you see multiple images? Layer, one image at the bottom layer, there is another image. Like this, you can have any number of layers. Did I answer your question, Raj?
Yes.
Okay, I'm just removing this guy. As I said, I'll talk about this when I come to the CSS3. Yes,
Hello?
please, someone else, other question.
So how to differentiate it? Is it CSS2 or CSS3?
Oh, that's a very good question, Mayur. The only answer is, I will tell that. Actually, I mean, there is nothing specifically saying that at the behind it says that CSS3 or somewhere you have the CSS2 and all. I mean, it is just an experience, and I will make sure anytime, any property, whatever we are talking, I will say that whether it is CSS3 or CSS4 or C2. That is the only way we have. There is nothing, a clue says that by, I mean, sometimes you see versions, V1, some ABC, which indicates that it's a version 1. V2, ABC, it indicates that it's a version 2. But here in case of your CSS, in the same way, even in HTML also, there is a HTML tag from your HTML5. There is a tag, something called as header. Okay. Now, is there is any clue that is it is HTML4 or HTML5? No. It's just, I mean, I make sure like whatever the topic I'm talking, I'll let you know whether it is CSS2 or CSS3. Fine.
Sir, I have one question.
Go ahead.
Is it possible in CSS to in background image opacity levels and controlling?
Opacity can be controlled only for the containers. But when you come to the, okay, actually I haven't talked about this, but let me say opacity, something called as 0.2, which is actually transparency level, right? I will talk much more. Just to answer his question, I'm doing this. Now, once you reload this, could I able to control the transparency here?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So opacity can be applied to the container, not to the background images. Did I answer the question?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
Guys, I will talk about the opacity when I actually come to the positioning and all, where there is a chance of element coming on the top of other element. Then I'll talk about the opacity. So for now, is everyone clear about the repetitiveness, the image, adding background image and the position?
Sir, what if the image size is bigger than the container? Will it shrink or will it
Kavita,
show
that
off
is
of
something,
it?
right, that I have shown you. Say, for example, the image size is bigger. Okay, your question is it is shrinking or not? So now if you refresh, is it is shrinking or only showing the particular part? The image never ever gets shrinked when you go with the background image. Okay, it doesn't become a smaller image and it will be. But if it is an image directly, when you minimize it, it will automatically get shrink. Did I answer your question, Pravita? Next. Okay, so this is about the background images, guys. Anytime you want to add a background, you would have seen some of the pages where the body tag itself is having a background image. So even for the body tag also, you can add a background image so that you will have the complete image being displayed for the complete container. Okay, so we'll see those all things later. So for now, we have seen that anytime you have any of the container, not only the colors, but even an image can be added as a background here. On the top, okay, fine. Next, this is what the background position is. The next topic, what I'm going to discuss is something called as spriting image. Okay, one of the very, very, very important concept which helps you in increasing the performance of a web page. Okay, so what actually spriting image is? Let's have a look on that. But before going with the spriting image, without spriting image, what is the problem? Let us have a look on that. Later, we'll see what is the advantage we are going to get the spriting image. So I will say something called as spriting images.html. Okay, so let me get some images here of some employee details, or else let me first of all create an employee details container. I say HTML demonstrating employee details. Okay, let me say some div, say some class equal to container. Okay, container. Under that, I have a div, say some class equal to img block. Okay, I want to show some employee image. And I would like to say a div, say some class equal to details block. Okay, let me write some CSS here, some style on the top. I say some container. Oh, I haven't talked about the padding and margin, right? Okay. So I say some container. Let me say some height of, I don't need to put a height. Okay, let me put it. Height of say 300 pixel. border of 2 pixels solid hash ACC. Okay, I don't want to run it from F drive. I say localhost colon 8081. Okay, let me decrease the height here. Let me make it as 200. Okay, this is how I have. Now on the top, I would like to have image block. The image block and the details block.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Okay, both of these having the same height of something called as 180 pixel. Okay, I say some border of 1 pixel solid. So if you see, this is how it is coming. They are trying to come out of the container, but I need to control the width of this background image block. Image block, I say the width as some 200 pixel, and the details block I say, you know one thing, I don't need to have the border actually. Okay, if I don't specify anything, it will occupy the remaining part. Okay, now if I come back and reload the page, this is how I have the image and the details. But my requirement is details should be the right side of the image. Now, can I say left for both of this? So when I say both float left, they try to occupy within the same line. Now you have the image guy and the details guy. Got it? Now under this image, I would like to go for image. I would like to put some image here. For now, I'm just putting this. Under this details, I would like to put some details. Actually, you need to go with the list of items, dual tag or dual tag. But as we haven't yet discussed that, I'm still going with the div tag only. I say name. Say something called as Tina. I say some div age. Say some 25. Div location, something called as Pune. I say some div designation. Okay, designation, something called as IT engineer. Okay, something like this. Let's come back here, reload the page. This is how I got the data. Actually, we haven't used the padding. That is the reason we don't see the better look and feel. For now, I simply use the padding property, guys. Padding is used to add some spaces. Okay, for now. Okay. I'll talk about this later anyway. Just a padding of 10 pixels so that you can see some space here. So forget about this, how you add the spaces. I just added the spaces because in the tomorrow's class, I'll talk about what do you mean by padding, margin, box model. I'll talk about that. As the look and feel is not looking good, that is the reason I have used that. Okay, so this is how one of the employee details is coming. I could see some one of the employee details, and I would like to add some image for the employee. So let us get some employees here. Okay, I'm employee images. Employee, I want only one employee. Okay, let me get some employee images. I'm using something called a snipping tool, guys, because I don't want a complete image. I want to cut a single image. In the Windows, you already have a tool called a snipping tool. Make use of it and cut the images. Say, for example, this is the employee, one of the employee I would like to use. I'm copying this image. I'm even going for something called as paint. Okay, this is one image. I save this guy as, oh, sorry, I lost this name. Okay, I save this guy as under our E drive, its folder, UI classes, 8 p.m. public, 7th October, under the image. I save it as EMP1 PNG by default. Okay, let me go with the new one. I go with the second, another employee. Copy this guy, paste this guy. I'm just copying all the images somewhere else just for some other job. And I'm saving this guy, make it as EMP2. Save this guy. Let us go with another employee, new. Make it as employee 3. And copy this image, keep it somewhere else. I'm just copying all the images to form a single image. I will tell you why the reason I'm doing this. I want another image. Okay, just pasting this. Okay, so 4 images I got. Let me save this as EMP4. Done. Okay, so now my requirement is I would like to add an image here. What I can do here, I simply say image src. Under the image folder, there is something called as emp1.png. Simple. Yes or no? Now, if you come back and reload our page, this is how you see the employee 1 details. Okay. Let us copy the same container. Do it for the second employee. This will be emp2.png. Say something called as some Krish. Say something called as some 30. Say something called as Mumbai is a support engineer. Come back and reload the page. Second employee is also coming. Okay. In the same way, let me copy it for third image and fourth image. Okay, this will be the fourth image. I say something called as Meena. Say something called as 20. Say something called as Delhi. IT dev engineer. Okay, and this is say some Suma. It's 30. Location, anything. Say something called as Hyderabad. Okay, say something called as some HR. Okay, so this is how I have added 4 different employees. Why it is coming like
Image name, sir. EMP3.
Okay, it should be EMP3. Save this guy. Come back here, reload the page. This is how you should be able to see all the 4 employees got added. Okay, let me inspect this guy. Okay, we have already seen what do you mean by elements tab, using which you could able to debug the existing DOM structure. You can do some changes, dynamic editing, lot of things can be done. We have already saw that. On the top, there is something called as a network tab. So what do you mean by this network tab? Network tab actually shows the list of interactions happened with the server. Okay, now when I'm reloading the page, something happened with my Chrome browser. It happened same with my morning also. Okay, let me change the browser and I'll show you. You can try in the Chrome itself. I have some issue with my Chrome. I say Firefox. Okay, we know that, right? The debugger window is common for every other browser. Here also I can inspect. Sometimes it might go with the convention. In Chrome, it was called as a element. Here it is called as an inspector. So here also you have something called as network tab. So under the network tab, if you reload the page, it will show you what all the list of files which got loaded from the server. It only happens if you are running from the server. If you say E drive, D drive, it doesn't show you. Now what it is saying was user is loading something called as spriting image.html, which took 2 milliseconds to load that. Okay. He took emp1.png from the server, which took 8 milliseconds. And what is the size of it? You see totally how many milliseconds it got? 8 milliseconds and 9. So how much it is? 33 milliseconds. So totally it took 33 milliseconds in order to load the images within the current page. Okay. Any questions up to this? Anyone? Okay. Nice. So the next question what I have is, if you click, yes, go ahead.
Sir, you took div as employee details, right? In that you did nesting, right? Nesting of div.
Sorry, what was that? Employee details?
Container you have taken as a class. In that you have taken nesting of div, right?
Container, what I have taken is, okay, this is my
So
main
here div class container is the main div, right?
container. One individual box for individual employee. This one individual box, one box is coming, right? I'm using a these are not predefined, right? These class names are not predefined, user defined. We can define whatever the name you want.
No. What I'm asking is, in the one div, you did two nesting also, div class image block and div class details.
Yes.
So that is nesting, right, sir?
It is, yeah, we can call it as nesting, but it actually like this is a parent tag, and under the parent, I'm actually creating multiple elements. Inside a single div, you can have, I mean, in any tag, there is never a restriction that only this type of tag should be there. We can create any number of tags, or if the same tag also. But yes, you can even call it as a nesting also. Okay. Okay. So
Hello.
the thing what I say is, when I'm, yes, please.
Sir, what is network tab?
Okay, network is one of the tab which will be within your debugger window. Once I go with the inspect, earlier we have seen like under the elements tab, how do you debug this editor, the HTML, the CSS, etc. stuff. We already saw on that, right? Along with those inspector, etc., there is something called as a net, a tab which will showcase list of all the resources what got loaded for the current web page, including the CSS files, the JavaScript files, the images, any other resource what got loaded from the server. You should be able to see it within the network tab. And not just seeing the list, it shows some extra information like which tag has got initiated this, what type of image that is, what type of, whether it is cached or not, what is the size of it, and what is the total time it is taking to get this image. Every other information is part of the network. You know, a lot of times, whenever you go with the real time, people will put a question saying that, boss, your web page is running very slow. So how do you solve this? How can you say that which resource is taking slow? Now you come back to this network tab. Using this, you can clearly see which one is taking time. So now if you see among all this, these can 17 milliseconds. Okay, so there is some problem with this. So that is how you take care of the things. So because when you go in future, there is something called as XHR. XHR indicates the XML HTTP request. Whenever you do any type of AJAX calls and all, those all are also part of the network tab. Any interaction you do with the server, that is going to be added or that is logged inside the network tab. Am I clear?
Sir?
Yes, sir.
With your question? Yes. Okay. Next question.
So what is the cache and what are the HTML, CSS, JS, how we can use that one?
Cached, which indicates that you will understand whether the image what you got loaded is cached or not. There is a concept, something called, you can specifically say that image or the resource should not be cached. There is a concept in your HTML5, something called as app cache concept, using which you can specifically say whether the image or JS file or whatever it is, whether it has to be cached or not. So currently you don't specify anything. It is saying that it got cached. Okay. Hope everyone is clear until here discussion. Okay. So the next question, what I'm asking is, you tell me guys, assume this is my company. Under that, I have 4 employees. Do you think that every day this web page is going to change or not? Every day, do you think the images of the employees are going to be changed?
Yes, sir.
Come on.
No,
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, no, sir.
Sir.
In my company,
No.
creating a web which is showing the list of all the people who are working in my company. Do you think that every day people will change? No, right? It is
No,
not like
sir. No, sir.
at least for minimum, say for example, for 6 months, at least for 6 months, I can say that these are all the employees. Maybe after 6 months, some new employees coming or existing employees getting replaced with a new employee. So that time the things are changing. At least for some time, the images are not getting changed. So these type of images, we call it as a static image. Okay, image which is going to be there at least for some time. So can I say that WhatsApp profile pic is a static image?
Sir.
Obviously no, right? I mean, people will be keep on changing, at least for a day they are going to change this. So that depends. I mean, if you are keep on changing it, that we call it as a dynamic image. Now say for example, WhatsApp logo image, is it a static image or dynamic image?
Static.
Obviously, do you think every day they are changing the logo? No, right? In the same way, Amazon logo, Google logo, do you think those are static images or dynamic images?
Static images.
The product image, what Amazon is showing, static image or dynamic image? Dynamic, because it might change. It is not like every time it will be same. So you need to understand what is static and what is dynamic according to the, what type of image you're actually loading. Fine. Now the next question, what I'm saying is, when you know that these are the static images which are not getting changed at least for some time, why the hell are you using? If you see, inspect this guy, when I'm inspecting this guy, go to the network tab, reload the page. How much time I'm taking, boss? 8 plus 7, which is 15. 15 plus 7, 22. 23 milliseconds of time I'm taking to load the image. I mean, 4 images. What I'm saying is, instead of you going into 4 individual images, as those are static, why don't you combine all the image and create a single image out of it? Okay, now I'm saving this guy as under the images folder, something called as spriting image.png. Now what I'm saying here, don't use this emp1. I say spriting image.png. So here emp2, here emp3 is a spriting image, emp4 is a spriting image. Now if you save this guy, come back over here and reload the page, reload this page. The first advantage what you see, okay, the first advantage what you see over here,
Less time taken.
Inspect the element, go to the network and reload the page. Oh my God. Okay, reload the page here. You see total how much time I took? 1 millisecond in order to load that image. That's it. I could able to show all the employee details here. That is an advantage, right? I'm not hitting the server for multiple times. On a single call, I got the image, same image is getting used for multiple times on the same page. That is advantage what you have. What is the disadvantage you see here, guys? Boss, when I'm expecting the Tina image, what the hell the other images are doing off here? And one more thing, yeah, because you had it as an image, okay, I haven't controlled the width and height of it. That is the reason it is occupying this guy. Let me say the image is 200, width of 200 pixel, height of say some 160 pixels. Okay, when I give this, all the images in the page are so and so. This is how it is coming. Go to the Firefox. Reload the page. This is how it is coming. So the advantage what we see is very faster in loading. I'm not taking too much of time. Earlier it was taking some 20 plus milliseconds, but right now I'm making it as 3 seconds. Very good. But the problem what I see is when I'm asking for Krish, only I want to see the Krish image. When I want to go with Tina, only I want to show the Tina. Why you are showing all the other images here? I don't want that. So here we can make use of the background image concept in order to show the required image. Okay, I want to use the background image concept in order to show the required image. So how I'm going to show that? If you come back here, I don't want to go with the image tag. Let me remove the image tag. Whatever the image block you have, okay, where is that image block? For this image block, I'm going to set the background image URL. Under that images, there is something called as spriting image.png. Save this guy. Okay, come back here. Only for the Tina, I have modified it. Reload the page. Okay, what do you see here? I could able to see the Tina image, but at the same time, I see some extra part also. Why so? Because the width is too much here. Let me say something called as 150 pixel. Okay, so now if you come back and let me set the height also for this guy. Height of 150 pixel. Save this guy. Come back here. Reload the page. Do you see only Tina image here? Yes. Why so? Background image, we already know that. If you see the background image, if you inspect this guy, if you see what is the background image, you open the background image, open a new tab, image is this much big. But we know that whenever you are adding a background image to a smaller container, obviously it doesn't come out of the container. It only shows that much what actually you can see. Luckily, Tina image is on the left top corner. You should be able to see the Tina image. Super fine. Let's go with Krish here. Okay. For Krish also, I would like to say, I will remove this guy. Okay. This guy is already class image block. Now, if you come back and reload the page, for Krish also, it is showing like Tina image. Why so? Because Tina is the image which is coming as a left top corner. Now, can I move the background image position so that I can see only Krish image here? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Obviously, yes.
Yes.
Now, what we do is, for the Krish guy, I say another class, something called as EMP2. We know for a single element, you can have any number of classes. Yes. Now, I'm taking EMP2 here. For the EMP2, I say something called as background -position. I say something called as some 10 pixel and 10 pixel. Why so? Because I exactly don't know what is the position of the Krish. But I just added as 10 and 10. Let us see what is happening. If I reload the page, do you see this image is changing? Yes. Now you go with the debugger tool. You see the background pixel as 10 pixel and 10 pixel. Now you modify this pixel so that you can see what is the position of the next image. See, I'm just clicking on up and down arrow. That's it. Nothing else. I'm just clicking on up and down arrow, guys. That's it. Okay, this is the image of the Krish. I think I can decrease the height of this guy also. Say some 130 pixel. Okay, come back and reload. The Krish image is very smaller. So I come out here. The background is 10, so and so. Let me go for this guy. I'm just clicking on up and down arrow. Still the height is not enough. Why? Oh my God. Why I'm adding to the image? There is no image at all. It is image block. I need to control the width and height. The height should be 120 pixel. Now I'm reloading the page. Now if you inspect this guy, go with the background. I'm just clicking on up and down arrow. That's it. Because we never, you as a developer, you can never guess what is the position of that guy. Okay, this is what I have. Now, can I take these values, go to the background image value, what you have given for the employee to set these values, come back to the browser. Now, if you reload the page, do you see the perfect image for Tina and Krish? Yes. So let's even do for the Suma also. So for Suma employee, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to add an image. There is an image block which is already doing this. So for this, I add a new class EMP3. Why I'm adding the different classes? Because every image of every employee is having a different image or different position, right? So I go for the EMP3 dot EMP3. I say background hyphen position 10 pixel and 10 pixel. Save this guy, come back here and reload the page. This is how it is. Again, Tina is coming. Let us inspect this guy. Let us modify the positions. Here again, by default 10, 10. Let me update. I'm just using up and down arrow so that it will be easily moving over here. Up arrow. Now I'm changing this guy also. You can see at the bottom right, how I'm actually changing the value. Yeah, this is how I can see the Sumai value. Now I got to know that minus 175 pixel and 122. Copy these values and simply add to the employee 3. Save this guy, come back here and close the page. Now, if you reload the page, everyone who is looking into the page, they feel like Tina, Krish, and Suma are like 3 different images. But in the background, what it is, boss? It is a single static images combined, and we are using the one image want to be shown according to the, by adding something called as positions. This concept, we call it as a image spriting. The concept of combining all the static images to form a single image. You add that image as a background to the container. We use the background position property to show only the required image. This complete concept, we call it as a image spriting concept. Any questions on this? Okay, before that, let me show you a real example also, guys. Say, for example, let's go with google.com. Okay, when I'm opening these images, there is Google icon, Maps icon, YouTube icon. Can you guys tell me these icons are static images or dynamic images?
Static.
Obviously static, because we know that it is not going to change every time. Let us inspect and see. Let us get the background image of it. You see, are they using any type of image here? Image tag? No. But if you see the CSS prompt, aren't they using the background image? Yes. Let us see what is the background image. If I click on this image, you see, internally Google has combined all the images to form a single image. Obviously, you want to increase the performance of the page, boss. Why the hell I need to copy individual images? I need to interact with the server and get it, even though I know that it's a image which is a static image. So they are combining all the images to a single form. You see, at the bottom, aren't they using the background position property here? Come on, man. So you see the background position, something like this. Now, when you change something here, automatically on the top, you see that guy is changing. See, the Google Meet icon is changing. Why so? I have changed the position. So even they are doing the same. Let's go for Amazon. Do you see the logo, what you have? Is it a static image or dynamic image?
Static.
Static.
Let us see what is the image. If you go here, are they using any type of image tag? No, boss. Let us see this guy, anchor tag, under that the scan guy. Okay, now if you see, there is a background image here. Anchor tag. Come on, where is the logo? Logo. Yeah, here it is. Now, once I go into this image, open in new tab. See here, how many logos he has added? Smile, Amazon, Amazon, Fresh, every other thing he created it as an image, static image with all the images. He's showing whatever the images we wanted. This is how they are increasing the performance of the page by removing number of interactions with the server. They are not interacting with the server n number of times. They are just reducing the interactions here. Hope everybody clear with this topic. Come on, any doubts? Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. Hello.
Go ahead with your
Sir,
question, please.
ये मिनिमम नंबर्स ऑफ इमेजेस होंगे तो फिर वो इजी होगा. अगर हमारे इमेजेस लगभग 100 या फिर 150 स्टूडेंट्स हो तो हम क्या कर सकते हैं? क्या ये सुटेबल होगा क्या ये कंसेप्ट?
Okay, the question is, okay, first thing is, we as a developer not responsible for creating the spriting image. As I don't have a designer, I blindly took this paint and all, I created the spriting image. But in general, when you go into the organization, designer is the one who is responsible for giving the spriting image to you. Second point, your question says that 100 images there. Obviously, you are not bothered. Designer has given you. That is where you actually increase the performance, right? If it is 1, 2, leave it out. Don't even go with the spriting. But if it is more than 100, 200, that is where we actually want it. Why the hell we need to hit the server for 100 times or 200 times? That is where we get the advantage of the spriting image. So that is always recommended you go with the spriting image. It's not so tough job for us. Just one-time job. You need to identify the background position. You simply add it. That's it. Next. Did I answer your question? Whoever asked it. Yeah, next.
Hello, sir.
Yes, no problem.
Yes, sir. In the first image, the length is height is more. Then in the whenever you are executing the size of that in the inspect, that how you are going down, sir, and to put the middle image.
That is what you click on up arrow, it will increase. You click on down arrow, it will decrease. Just up down arrow, inspect the element, click on the position. Now if you see, I'm clicking on the position. When I'm pressing up arrow, see increment is happening. When I'm pressing down arrow, decrement is happening. That's it. Next.
हेलो सर, हमारे अगर जो हमारे नंबर्स ऑफ मतलब 100 स्टूडेंट्स है उसमें से इनिशियल स्टूडेंट अगर लेफ्ट होता है तो फिर हमारी जो स्प्राइटिंग की इमेज होगी तो फिर वो मतलब कि चेंजेस होंगे तो फिर हमें ईच एलिमेंट में चेंज करना होगा क्या फिर?
If the image is changing frequently, then we call it as a non-static image, right? If it is a non-static, now when I go for Amazon, you see, he has created one of the image for all these icons. Then can you say that this image, say for example, I have this product image, right? Click on this, open image in new tab. Why it is it a spriting image or non-spriting image?
Non-spriting.
Why so? Why you haven't? For these guys, he has created the spriting image, but for the products, why you haven't? Because you know that when you know that image is not a static, it is dynamic. Every time it is changing. Don't go for the spriting. Now, if you say that there are 100 students, every time image is changing on the left side or right side, it is coming, left side coming, then you don't even go with the spriting. If you know that these are the 100 members. Now, doesn't matter whether it is left or right, you use the background position and show the value where you want it, right? Even in our case also, when I was loading initially, it was showing the Tina image every time on the left top corner. I removed it and I added the background position to change whatever the value I wanted. Am I clear?
Okay.
Next.
Sir, after that, hello.
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Sir, after setting spriting image, if I want to improve my height or width, isn't the affect means if Tina image I will set this height, and if I want to increase it, maybe Chris image will be so.
That is what the issue, right? Again, I'm telling you, now when you say that one of the image is there, sometimes you make use of the smaller image. If you see, when you go to the Amazon, you see there is small Amazon logo, bigger Amazon logo, and very small Amazon logo. Why there are multiple? Because we cannot control the height. We cannot increase the image. Say, for example, Tina image, you want a bigger one. Krish image, you want a smaller one. You have to add a bigger image and you have to add a smaller image one time. You cannot control the bigger image to be shown on the Tina. This guy has to increase the image. You cannot do it over here. While adding the image to the spriting itself, you add the same dimensions as you wanted. Clear? Next. Okay, hope everyone
Won't
is clear
this
on this.
reduce
Very
the
good.
quality of the
Sir,
picture?
show once again this spreading of the images.
Okay, I'll do that. Pravita, what was the question, ma'am?
Won't it reduce the quality of the picture?
No. Do you see what is the quality is getting reduced, ma'am? If you see, that is what the advantage. We are not controlling the size of the image. We are not at all controlling the size. If I shrink it, if I expand it, that is where you have a quality of the image change. But here I'm just using, if I use the IMG tag, there is a chance of quality of the image get changes because of shrinking and expanding. But when you say background image as it is going to be added. So it all depends upon the spriting image quality. If they give you the higher quality of the spriting image, they make use of the same. So do you see whatever the Google logo you see here? Any type of quality change you see here, ma'am? No, I guess. Am I clear, Pravita? Next. Next. So what I want you to do is when you guys are actually using today's assignment, whatever you're doing, the tables, use the images in the form of spriting image only. I have already shown you how do you create a spriting image, right? Simply go with the snipping tools, copy it, whatever it is, you can just create. Otherwise, if you feel like, no, I cannot create the spriting image, you can make use of this image, whatever I have already added into this guy. Okay, you can take this guy itself as a student details. Okay. Yeah, so this is about the discussion today, guys. So let's
Hello, sir.
the discussion is done. If anyone is having extra questions, you can say that. But if you don't have any other questions, you can sign off here. Okay. Yeah. Tell me, anyone have any questions?
Hello, sir. Hello, sir.
Ma'am, please go ahead, Pavani.
Yeah. Yesterday you told us that you student what you gave
Pavani, 1 second. I want to tell you, ma'am, I think you need to work with your speaker, ma'am. It is really creating problem and actually dominating your words. I'm not understanding the questions actually. So can you please type it out if possible? Otherwise, you change the speakers, whatever it is. Okay. It is actually making your voice very much unclear. Okay. Next, in between, anyone, any other questions? Or someone said that there is an issue with the GitHub, whatever it is. Please let me know.
Actually, I have a small doubt regarding that.
Farhana, you are not added into the GitHub. Ma'am, can you please ping me on the Telegram so that I will add you to the GitHub group with your Gmail ID. Okay, next.
Sir, I have a small doubt using the server, sir, from my computer. I did all the steps that you told right now, that npm start and all, but still I'm not able to load the page using the server, sir. So could you help me
Can I
out?
make you as a co-host?
Yeah, sir.
Okay, I made you as a co-host. You can start sharing your screen. Make it fast, please. Okay, I can see your screen. Okay, now you said, no, server is also starting, right? Good. Yeah, then what is the problem? Surya, one thing I already said you, in order to run this file blockgame.html, this blockgame.html should be part of your server, right? Copy this file, put into the public folder. Do that once. Copy that file, blockgame.html, you copy it. Make it copy it, please. No, you are putting into our server. I'm not asking about this. You have your own server, right? Where is the server? That note. Oh, okay. Right click on the block game. Copy the file first of all. Okay. Now you go into your server. Which folder you have to paste it? No. Which folder you need to paste it? Public. Exactly. Paste it here. You delete all these 3 folders. You don't need to have it. Yeah. Now you paste your file. Okay. Now you double click on this guy. On the URL until public. You remove it until public. On the top URL until public, you remove it.
Sir, sorry, I was on mute. I'm talking from that time. Actually, I'm not able to see because of the screen sharing at the top.
Oh, is it? Okay. Maybe you can stop screen share for some time.
Sure.
Or if you can actually minimize the window, you can see that there.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Now you expand the window and you can see the URL until public, you remove it. You can actually increase the width of the screen. It is too much problem for you.
Sorry for the delay.
Come on, Surya, you don't need to be sorry. That's all fine. Yeah. More expand.
Yeah. So from here, I should.
Until public, including the public.
Okay, including the public.
Exactly. Yeah, remove it. What it has to be. Yeah, exactly. Local. Enter. That's it. Now it is running from the server.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, sir. Yeah, sir. Thank you. Thanks a lot, sir.
Yeah. Okay. You can stop your screen share, please. Anyone else having issue, want to share your screen, please let me know. Okay, Varaprasad, you have a problem in Node.js. You want to share your screen, Varaprasad?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Varaprasad, I'm making you as a co-host.
Okay.
Yeah, please go ahead in sharing your screen. Can you please make it fast?
Sir?